What's going on, good people? In this video, we're going to be reacting to a caller from the Ashley Dalton dating show. This particular caller here talked about the fact that she really don't want a man and that women don't really need men. Only for her to turn around later and say if she did get a man, he would have to make over $250,000 a year. Let's go ahead and get into it.
There aren't. They're all losers. Like one time, a man, he was like severely disabled. He thought he would qualify for me. I'm like, excuse me, sir. I'm not going to push you around in a wheelchair. And his face was like deformed. And he just got in the box. I was just like, and he was old, very old. I don't know. I would say, get in the people with disability group or something like that, because it was just weird. Like, why would I want to spend my time pushing somebody around in a wheelchair?
Right, but he saw you and he thought you were beautiful and you're streaming. So he's like, she's here. They say it's more fish in the sea. You in the sea, honey. Plenty of fish. Hinge. You there. So he's like, let me shoot my shot. Okay. Do you want to do dating?
I don't think so. I think my standard's too high and I'm not willing to lower them.
Why are your standards too high? What does that mean to you? Like, what does that look like?
I don't even want nobody go on me for it. So, because women's supposed to have low standards, mine are too high. So I can be myself and be peaceful. I don't have to have no drama of a relationship.
Fair enough, Tiffy. It sounds like you've been through some things a little bit, but
No, it's really the internet trying to humble women all the time. Like if you say you want this in a guy, they're always trying to humble you and say, well, how do you qualify? Because you hit the wall and all that rhetoric. So I just say,
I do this every day. I know I do this every day. And when it goes up, it's definitely the same 5 talking points.
And it's not like that great having a man in your life. Like it's like, I'm like, sometimes I wonder, is there a point of having a man? Like they brainwash you into thinking you need one so much because they like to feel needed because of their ego. But we're more peaceful, single and child free,
Okay, well that's your philosophy, right? So I think different strokes for different folks, but I think it would be a complete lie to say a man. For you to say, I'm not saying you, Tiffy, for anyone here, to say they could go 20 years unless you are a nun, you never had seg in your life, you never kissed anyone in your life, but to say you can go 20 years without a man's touch at all, don't look at him, don't smell him, just stay in your home, go to work, come home, don't even have communication. I don't know. I don't think that's realistic. I understand your frustration. I do understand your frustration.
Statistically speaking, women don't really, 80% of women do not reach an orgasm. And
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Most of the time we don't get anything from it. We're not getting what they're getting from it.
That's one of the red flags I see with a lot of women who will remain single for the rest of their life. They put such an important basis on the sexual part of the relationship versus the mental and emotional connection.
Okay, so maybe you're not fulfilled sexually. All right, but still,
no, I'm one of the weird women that have the O's. So
okay, all right.
But I'm saying,
but
just
again, I'm saying, Tiffy, it would be a lie to say you would never want to be with a man another day in your life. You're
not lowering my standards. I'm not lowering my standards for anyone. So can't nobody tell me.
I'm not even talking about standards. I'm just saying being with a man, period. Just being with a man.
If that's what it takes. I want a rich man. I want a man with money. So that's what I want. And I'm not going to settle for less than that. Because to me, being experienced, I mean, outside of, intercourse, I mean, they cause drama in your life, It's peaceful now that I broke up with my boyfriend. Finally on my own for the first time in my life. And I come home, I learned, I sleep wild. Like I'm all over the bed. All that time I didn't know that about myself. And I got a king size bed. So it's peaceful. My house is clean. It's quiet. I work for myself. And my life, it's only going to get more peaceful because I'm about to make this move. And I'm nobody going to come into my life and mess it up. Men they come into your life and they siphon energy off of you a lot of times. So yeah, so he got to be putting something back that I need, because I already have money. So you need to be rich or close to it.
And the reason I asked too about standards, because I know rich looks different for everyone. It depends where you are in your life, right? So my idea of rich and your idea of rich may look completely different. So that's why I always ask the ladies when they come up, not that I'm asking you, like, how much money does a man have to make? What exactly does rich mean to you? Because again, that looks different for
Okay.
everyone, you know?
So on the low, he would need to be about 250K, have some assets, property, owns his home. He can afford to take care of us, because I don't want to. If I'm living with a man, I'm not paying the bills. I'm not doing that. I've never, even with average dudes, I've never paid the rent.
An average plus size woman called a man average. Man, the level of arrogance of some women.
That's just a standard. And I want to have nice things. He can teach me things. He can teach me more about finances. Can add to my life. Like that. I don't really care about looks that much. You don't got to be 6 feet. You ain't got to have a six pack. I don't care about that. I'm over looks. Cute just equals security. So, and unless you can add to my life like that, I don't want nothing to do with it. And if it takes me to be single forever, I would do that, because I'm bisexual too. So, what I can do. So,
Okay, all right, fair enough. I was also going to ask you, like, my follow-up question is, you said you dated guys who had money, right? And you said they always paid your bills and things like that. For example, why didn't that work out? Let's say the last guy. I'm assuming he was rich or had money. I'm just assuming. I could be wrong.
well, I lived with two men in my life. The first one, he had a lot of money. He bought me cars, clothes, designer clothes, diamonds, put us in a nice place, all of that. The second guy, but I just happened to meet a man that had a lot of money. And then after I broke up with him, I got with another guy. And no, he didn't have all of that. I was okay with just his average salary, whatever, but he still paid all the bills. And I nice things that he could when he could. So I'm not,
And why did
I'm
that
doing
end?
50-50.
Why did that end, Tiffy? Like, why did things not work out? If he was buying you designer and he put you in a better living situation and things like that, what is the reason that it didn't work out?
The one who had all the money.
Yeah.
Well, he was very emotionally abusive. He was a narcissist. Like the therapist told me that he was very emotionally abusive to me, and I would have died if I stayed in that relationship.
And I'm assuming you had to see those signs before you guys, like on the interim of you guys dating, like in the very beginning. Someone
No,
who's emotionally abusive, there's always signs. If there's a narcissist, there's always signs, Tiffy.
no,
There's
I did not
always
see any
signs.
signs. By the time I started seeing signs, we were already living together in a nice apartment, and so yeah, because they come in the door all grandiose gestures and
That's what I was gonna
showering you
say.
with
Love
attention.
bombing, giving you a lot of things, and then may turn into a little bit of controlling what you doing, how you doing it. So I'm saying there had to be signs.
Yeah, I didn't see it, and I was young. I probably wouldn't have recognized him any that way. That was
Yep, and there it is. I was young and dumb. These women take no responsibility whatsoever for the role they played in these relationships, for the role they played with laying down with these men and having kids with them. It's always the man's fault. He was a narcissist. He was this, he was that. But yeah, just as expected, she's taking no responsibility for the role that she played in several failed relationships.
like my first adult relationship. So even if there were signs, I probably wouldn't have been, you know, I probably wouldn't have noticed them.
So what about now? Are you attracting guys, let's say, who make the 250K plus per year? Is that something you're attracting now, or women? Because you said you're open to both genders.
Well, when it comes to a woman, she don't have to make a 250K, because I know she's not going to suck me dry. But
That's not fair to say, honey. That's not
okay.
in 2024, honey. Don't
Yeah,
listen.
I
These
can
women
feel like
smart
a
now.
good spirit in a woman.
Uh-huh.
Men, you know, So no, the woman don't have to make that much for me. But a man, yeah.
But why is
And
that? Why is the man held at a certain standard, but not the woman? If I'm laying up with you, it should be the same standard. If you getting my energy and my time, it should be equal.
to be honest, I don't feel bad about going 50-50 with a woman, because women are clean. She's going to help with the kids, help with all of the stuff that men don't be helping with. They just think they supposed to provide, and you do all those things. And I know she would be valuable, an asset to me in other ways.
Okay, so she could make less than you. That would be okay if she made less than you. You would be fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then it sounds like it would just be easier to be with a woman than it would be to be with a man, let's say in your situation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not really trying to be with anybody. That's just not my priority. I'm focused on my bag. Like you like saying be with. Like I'm like, if it comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. I'm focused on my bag and my moves and my goals and my dreams. That's what I'm focused on. I'm not really focused on nobody right now.
Okay, I'm only saying be with because we're talking about dating. That's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, but
And
I
it would
wasn't
be
here
a
for that.
complete lie I think it would be a complete lie to sit up here and say that we can go our whole life again, unless you're a nun, you've never laid down with a man or a woman ever in your life. It would be a lie to say you do not want intimacy. That would be a lie. That would just
Okay.
be a lie to me.
But I'm good now. I'm not prioritizing having intimacy right now anyway.
But I don't
I'm
mean
not
as a
saying,
second. I mean in life, just in
yeah.
general. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
it's just not a priority right now. I mean, if something came along and it was what I wanted, of course I would go for it.
What gives these women the encouragement or the audacity to think that the guys with money need them? I don't know if she's really just delusional like this, but you can tell she's putting on a front. I think social media really has messed up women's head, because this woman here is not even wearing a head full of her own hair, and she got these ridiculous standards. This woman is hurt and jaded. She truly needs to be in therapy. If a man is making these 6 figures a year, what make these women think that these men want to cop out to a woman like them, like a woman that's not in shape? No offense to women out there that's not in shape. I'm just saying, a lot of men who do have this level of success, they do go for women who are a bit smaller. And guys don't ever take a woman that's bisexual serious in these relationships. But that's all I got in this video. You guys drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about what this arrogant, selfish, rude lady had to say. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video. Thanks for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one.